In the old days of the Qing dynasty, there lived a humble scholar named Wang. He was gentle, bookish, and far too kind for his own good. Though he was married to a devoted wife, their life was quiet and uneventful. One crisp autumn morning, on his way to the city to buy books, Wang passed a broken-down roadside shrine. There, trembling in the cold, stood a young woman. Her beauty was unreal, skin like polished jade, lips red as cinnabar, eyes deep and distant like lake water at dusk. She bowed her head. "Kind sir, I've escaped a terrible fate. Some bandits kidnapped me weeks ago. I fled last night. I have nowhere to go." Wang hesitated, but only for a moment. He brought her home. His wife, shocked but polite, offered the girl food and clothing. They asked her name. She said only, "I was called May once." As the days passed, May's beauty seemed to grow more luminous, almost unreal. Her presence stirred something Wang had long buried: desire. One night, unable to resist, he crept into her room. She didn't stop him. From that moment on, Wang was lost. His wife's tears went unnoticed. His books gathered dust. His heart belonged to May. But strange things began to happen. Servants heard soft growls at night. Wang's wife claimed to see shadows moving even when no one was there. A neighbor's dog ran howling every time it passed their gate. One night, Wang returned late from town. He walked past May's room and heard her voice. But it was not her usual tone. It was guttural, low, inhuman. Peering through a crack in the wall, Wang saw a vision that nearly broke his mind. May stood in front of a mirror. On the bed behind her lay a skin, a perfect skin of a young woman, laid out like a robe. May was peeling something off her face, her real face, gray, rotting, and slick with blood. She reached for the skin, pulled it on, and with a soft, wet sound, became May again. Wang stumbled back, shaking, heart slamming like a drum. He wanted to flee. He wanted to scream. But he could not leave. The next morning, he confronted her. What are you?" She smiled calmly. "A soul. Once wronged, now feeding." "Why me?" "Because you wanted beauty more than truth." Terrified, Wang ran to a Taoist priest. The priest, old and stern, listened quietly. "You brought this upon yourself, but I will help." That night, the priest painted a talisman and returned with Wang. He chanted, burned incense, and tossed sacred water at the door. A scream tore through the air. Inside, the woman writhed, smoke pouring from her mouth. Her skin cracked. Her hair turned white. She shrieked one final curse. "Even in death, men like you will always crave the lie." Then she was gone. Only the empty skin remained, like a shed cocoon. Wang collapsed. He never spoke of May again. He returned to his wife, silent and ashamed. Some say the shrine where he found her still stands. And sometimes, just before sunset, you can hear the sound of skin being unzipped.